Hello and welcome to today's video as we cover EMEA Masters. Just one more video about it. Disclaimer, 100% based off stats. I have not watched any of these teams play. I do not really intend on watching any of them play. This power rankings here, the 16 teams, based on stats. The same stats I use for my power rankings for the World's qualifying regions. That's win rate, kills divided by deaths, goal difference per minute, kills death differential, tower taken differential, first blood percentage, first turret percentage, for feat of strength percentage, Drake percentage, void grubs per game, what do we got here? Herald percentage and Nasher percentage, which means the percentage of them taking it compared to the other team, the opposition getting anything. Now, because not all of these regions are created equally in ERLs, you're going to have to take this for what it is. If you don't like stats, then you clicked on the wrong video. So, the best team statistically is Flamehard, which isn't a big shock. I think they won every game in their region. Followed by DK Esports, who dominated the Arab League. Like, really dominated. I think they lost one game. And they have some stellar players like Boda and Trigger. Mako Esports, very dominant. Los Ratones are fourth, which, not a big shock. Nordic League is not all that great either. I understand some old pros dusted off a keyboard and played, but it's not like the competition was a blazing hot one. Los Heretics in fifth, obviously a Spanish representative. Very good young players in the top side with Trayson and Douglas. Two players that should be in the LEC, to be honest. Berlin International Gaming, I think Dajor and Bean are on that team. Zero Tenacity, might be the team with Woolite and Jack Troll, might be. Nightbirds, statistically very strong, like Flamehard, with a bunch of players that I don't really recall. Cervena's, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it, but they also have a lot of decent players on the team, but we're getting to the middle of the road here. These are the guys that wouldn't make it out of the top 8. Understand, the fact of the matter is, the group's already decided, so I guess we could actually run the experiment and Flamehard would win, but we know that I'm not going to pretend like that's actually going to happen. Teams like Heretics and Carmine Corp are going to be very competitive. Team Phantasma, Carmine Corp, obviously. Exakick on that squad, a player that I speak very highly of all the time. Slow Q, Isma, joining the squad, and he's going to change things in the jungle for them. Zanet, who has a player like Marty in mid lane, who is excellent and deserves an opportunity 110% of the time. The fact that he does not have one right now is crazy. Statistically, he's been good for a long time. Not attempting to pronounce Iwi. I have them as EWEE in my file, and they're 13th. Barca Esports 14th. Papa Supermassive, Armut's on that squad. Bao Fiesta. That team's going to be much better than 15th. I expect them to be top 4 with the players on paper. And Japon Corp Esports, Ichi, or Ichi Japon Corp Esport are last, but that's because they're the second seed out of France, and the French league's one of the best ones, right? So, of course, they're not 16th, but statistically, they're 16th. Their roster's 16th with their 80 carry being second. Imagine that. But in all actuality, that team's going to be in the final 8. The fact of the matter is this, like, statistically, in terms of roster, Mako Esports has the best one. Flicker, sticking out for sure, a young player in the 80 carry role that I think has a really bright future. DK Esports was second, Flamehard third, but then like Nightbirds was fourth because statistically very good. Fifth was Zenit, like I said, Marty. International Berlin, big, sixth. Then Phantasma, Ratones, Heretics, Carmine, Tenacity, Cervena Zveta, or whatever. Iwi, Papa, Supermassive, Barca Esports and Japan Corp Esports. So let's just do this actually. I'm winging it because, I mean, this video is really just random as all hell because, let's be real, like I said, I haven't watched any of these. This is going to be an interesting thought process here. I'm going to throw out 8 teams that I think move on. I do not know the groups. This is truly the 8 teams that I think would move on. So we're going to go Geekay is definitely one. Ratones is going to be another. Veteran, I mean, Ratones get, obviously those Ratones have a big fan base. Everyone's following Cadrill's team. They're just losing their minds over the fact that these, I mean, it's being streamed and they can't help themselves. But the fact of the matter is, Veteran C there is strong, and the team is smart. They're a very smart team. They're going to move on because of that. Heretics, obviously good team. Got Carmine. So we got KC. We got Super Massive, and Japan. So we got what? 6 teams there. Then we got 2 more. Shit. Which 2 do we want to go with? Well. We're going to go with Big. And then we'll go with really, theoretically, I should have looked at which teams had imports at this point. Imports usually make a difference, right? I guess we'll go with Flamehard, right? I mean, they're the best team statistically. Maybe, we'll go with, we'll go with Zero Tenacity. Those are the 8 teams I have. I don't know who's going to win the damn tournament. I have no idea. But the fact of the matter is this. ERLs, it is honestly one of the more impressive situations that we have in LOL Esports. The European development system is the best one in the world. It's without a doubt. This regional league, I mean, obviously it's because of different cultures and languages, etc., that causes this separation in leagues, but also it's huge. It's literally just a pipeline of players consistently. And the fact of the matter is, you don't have that in the LCK, LPL, and NACL. You just don't have that. So the fact of the matter is, it is impressive every time that I consider it. It's something that I think, in at least North America, it's possible only if it were to, for some reason, esports be embraced kind of like college sports are for pros. Think of college football or college hockey and things like that, where college basketball, where there's a direct pipeline into major leagues, and so people follow teams. And sometimes there's not a local pro team, so they are like, oh, hey, Alabama Rolling Tide or Crimson Tide or whatever, or University of Florida because Gainesville doesn't have a team, stuff like that. That's why that happens. So when I think of if esports could ever become bigger in North America, it would be because, hey, all the pro teams are in California. So if there could be teams, the colleges and things end up actually making name for themselves and market and things like that. Who knows what could happen in terms of following. But in terms of right now, nothing is stronger in terms of regional development pipeline than the ERL system. The ERL system is absolutely impressive. And the fact of the matter is, it's honestly an awesome thing. So thank you for watching. This video is kind of half in jest. People are going to do whatever, but we'll see how it turns out in the end. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.